So those times have gone की तेव्हा म्हणायचे आता तर काय तू हिंदीत गेली. I think that time has changed now. King Khan is tagging you in his post on social media platform because it's Red Chilli's film, but you're getting tagged on his timeline. I think that's a big deal. I haven't met him, but iske baad I would love to meet him. If I don't like something, then I really get put off and disconnected, and I probably storm out of the cinema hall, and this has happened. If it starts bothering me too much, I just stop thinking about it. I just fold my script and I go on set and perform and let the moment take over. I think that works with me very well.
Alright then, for the Marathi audience, her screen presence has always been comforting, sexy, bold. And for the Hindi audience also now, her screen presence is now getting more and more reassuring with every passing minute. Sai Tamhankar is right alongside me. Would that be an apt description?
Well, I liked what I heard.
Welcome to Crafts and Conversation with freepressjo.
Thank you.
And if you had to reframe it, the introduction, would it have been better?
No, I wouldn't want to change it because it came from your heart. So things which come from heart are always appreciated, and I appreciate it deeply.
Thank you. And I'm tired of saying this. You're on a roll, Sai. Every year I say
Please
this.
Don't get tired of saying this.
So this year it's Bhakshak. And your screen presence, of course, for the Hindi audience, pan-India audience, was very striking. And here we are, and things are happening in a steady motion, touch wood, quite literally at that.
I would like to believe so, and there are a lot of things that I've done, and I'm waiting for them to come out. As and when they come out, I think I will be more true to what you've said. Yeah.
So, of course, I mean, Netflix, it's a big monster of a platform. Therefore, does your craft change? What goes in your head? Okay, OTT, new space in the sense that the bigger platform. So do you tweak your craft accordingly, or the performer in you doesn't have to worry about it?
No, I think for every actor, and I say this because probably I know this, for every actor it's their job period. It does not matter where it's going to be, how many people are going to watch it, who's going to watch it. When we perform, we will perform with our 100%, regardless of the platform or what's going to happen to the film, because I think it is our job, and one should do their jobs honestly and with 100% integrity. That's what I feel.
And of course, when we talk about Bhakshak, what happens is that for every performer and every performance, residue of your previous performance lingers.
Okay.
This is a hard-hitting tale, very intense at that. So were you in that zone? Did you have to pull yourself out of that zone? What the process was like first to perform for it and then come out of that zone?
So after working for so many years, we sort of have tools to, like, one creates its own tools to get in and get out of the character. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. When it doesn't work, you have to go through it. It's a part of your process, and you have to accept it as it is, because there is a flip side to everything, and probably this is the flip side of being an actor, that sometimes you get sucked into that character so much that you take time to come out of it. Yes, Bhakshak was such a character, and thankfully my character brings in a lot of hope. So when I went home with a lot of hope. And hope is the first step of anything.
Anything positive?
I believe, yes, anything positive. So I think this time I was saved from the energy that, generally.
It did not touch you.
Yeah. It touched me, but I had tools and I had this hope which brought me out. Pondicherry ke time pe, I don't know, for the longest time I was lingering and I was into the character, and it took me really long time to come out of it. But yeah, I think this process I have accepted, and I have accepted it with a lot of love, warmth and positivity.
For those who are not aware, I must tell, Pondicherry is such a beautiful film. Perhaps the only striking film that is shot, and the first one that is shot on a smartphone
Yes.
entirely.
Yes.
And you were appreciated for your performance in that.
Yes.
And she was talking about the residue of the
Yes.
same. For this one, and then coming out of it, then does the parameter of taking on the new project, something as big as Bhakshak, Netflix, then taking on the new project, do the parameters then change for you as a performer? Do you look at certain boxes that must be ticked before you sign the next project?
No, I'm the last person who will
Really?
tick boxes. No. I think I choose projects based on what. ये कहना बहुत मुश्किल है. If you ask me what is your criteria, I would say I don't know. It has to strike a chord with my heart. That's the only criteria. My gut has to say that, okay, this is it, this is for you, go for it, this is made for you. That's the criteria.
Yeah.
And that's always been the criteria. And I don't think it's going to change with any situation in future as well.
And a little birdie has also chirped to us that right after your performance and everybody watched it, you got a call from a certain King Khan's office. Is that a true story?
So the thing is, when he watched the film,
Yeah.
he said, oh, this girl brings in a lot of hope, and when you see her, you feel kuch hoga shayad, kuch positive hoga. And that meant a lot. Like it, I mean, come on. King Khan is tagging you in his post on social media platform because it's Red Chilli's film, but you're getting tagged on his timeline. I think that's a big deal. I haven't met him, but iske baad I would love to meet him.
How many sleepless nights post that post?
It feels nice, but it also, sort of, you yourself raise the bar of expectations, right? And sometimes that's scary in a positive way.
Yeah.
I feel scary right now in a positive way.
And of course, I mean, this is what we're talking about, your work in the Hindi cinema. Parallelly, your Marathi films are also doing well. Of course, you're exploring and the experience of OTT in the newest sense, daringly different content, experimenting, pushing the envelope, so to speak. So how is that happening parallelly? Or is it all merged these days?
I mean, for me, work is work, regardless of the language. So
Plus you have your reality show as well.
Yeah, and I think I love doing my work. If I'm at home for 4 days, I would go nuts. I would not understand what to do. That's how I'm built. That's how I am. So I try and work all the time, like 24/7. I'm a workaholic. And I don't really have to plan to work in 2 different languages. It's on autopilot now, I would say. And of course, Marathi is my mother tongue. So it gives me different sense of satisfaction and happiness when you do something with your mother tongue.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What is the mechanism therefore when you operate in Bollywood as opposed to you operate in Marathi film industry? You rule the landscape of Marathi film industry. When it comes to Hindi Bell, they are now noticing your striking performances. And they're getting better and better with every passing minute. So how do you approach the craft now? Or also in terms of how do you get work now?
I think I just mentioned this in other interviews also, that sometimes you have to, like if you are transitioning into a different setup, different fraternity or different style of work ethics, it's okay to start from a scratch.
Okay.
It's okay to feel like a beginner. Sometimes it may bother you, but it also gives you a great deal of reality check and you stay grounded. And I take it very, very positively because you have nothing to lose, right? Absolutely. You can experiment as much as you want. You can make mistakes for as many times as you want when you're learning. So I think I'm in that phase. I know that I have to prove myself with every project that I choose, and I'm okay doing it.
What have you discovered about yourself as a performer in all these years in terms of evolution? Therefore, the approach towards the craft has changed in all these years?
Oh, well, I haven't really studied, but one thing I can tell you for sure, that as we like as I have grown up, I understand complexities and layers much better now. Sometimes it is difficult for me to play a plain character like a girl next door. It may seem easy, it may seem oh isme to kuch nahi hai, but it is equally difficult. So I think these things I have observed. Apart from this, I am not that person who would, you know, watch my film and who would really study what I've done. When I dub for a film and when the first screening happens, I'm out of that film. It's, I don't know, it's probably my habit or that's the way I am. I don't linger too much in my achievements or my success. I would want to, you know, constantly look forward to what next. Like if my question is not answered, what next? I can't sit still. It has to be answered every time.
Do you watch your own work? If not exactly analyze, how often do you watch your own work?
Oh, I shy away. Like I get very conscious.
Okay.
And sometimes if I don't like something, then I really get put off and disconnected, and I probably storm out of the
room?
cinema hall, and this has happened. But yes, I make sure that I watch the film once with the entire crew and cast, because that's a different vibe.
Yeah. So therefore, watching films with friends and family, does it get unnerving?
Not really, but it's a different thing when you are watching and you are thinking to yourself different 100 things, and it's a different scenario when you watch it with your friends and family. You enjoy it more, and you are less critical about yourself because the atmosphere is really nice, the vibe is really nice. But when you sit alone and when you watch your own performance, it gets exhausting sometimes.
I was having this conversation with none other than Shabana Azmi, and she was telling me that what she does is that she knows in which scene she has not performed up to the mark. So what she does is that if the friends and family are sitting together and watching her performance or a movie, she knows which scene she has not performed up to the mark or could be embarrassing for her because she believes it is not to the best of her ability. तो वो क्या करती है, रूम में आ जाती है, ले लो वेफर्स खा लो, ये ले लो, अरे पानी पी लो, अरे तुमने बेटा पानी नहीं पी ली. तो
That's a
all
nice
these
idea.
things. So has that ever happened to you?
Not really. I think sometimes ऐसे भी हुआ कि certain things I have not liked but my friends have liked, my family has liked. So हर एक का approach अलग होता है.
over critical.
And to be very honest, एक बार once you've shot for the film, आप क्या ही कर पाओगे? अगर पसंद नहीं आया तो आप क्या ही कर सकते हो?
आप wafers तो offer कर सकते.
So you just have to, you know,
go with the
let
flow.
it go. Yeah.
How do you see the evolution of OTT? Is it overbearing? Is it overwhelming? Do you fear that because so much content is being poured in, there is a possibility of a performance, a striking one at that, could possibly get lost?
No, I don't think so. Tell me one thing. Why is OTT so big? Who made it big? We made it big,
Audience,
right?
yeah.
Why? Because we had nothing to do in pandemic. All we did was bloody watch TV for 24/7. So I think we are responsible for it to happen, right? And I think OTT platforms have created so many employment opportunities, so many opportunities for actors, so many jobs, new designations. I think it's wonderful. It is sometimes overwhelming. Having said that, I think the magic of cinema, like a 72 screen, it's never going to fade. There will be intensity phases, but I don't think it will ever fade because we have it in our blood. We can't do without cinema. We can't do without, we have to go to a cinema hall and watch a movie. Probably that's not one of the essential things for a man to live, but it's as important. And I don't think it'll lose its charm. But OTT has also, because of OTT, lots of new genres have opened up. People are not scared to experiment anymore. They are encouraged to do different taste of content, different kind of content. So I think we are going good. और हमें ना चीज़ें ऐसे फट से चाहिए होती है. It does not happen like that. It will take time. We've just come out of a pandemic. It will take time for us to, stand on our own feet again. The world is doing that. The world is hustling towards it.
Yeah.
So I think जो है, speed है, जो trend है, उसको accept करो and just move on and keep working. That's the only thing that we can do.
For someone who has worked in television, done extensively in movies as well, OTT of course, going all guns blazing, Malayalam cinema as well, down south there is a body of work. How do you see the ethics, the mechanics, the pluses and the minuses of the different industries?
I think everything has two sides, good and bad. I'd say, for example, regional films are only consumed in Maharashtra, whereas Hindi films are consumed in the worldwide, entire nation, entire country. So I think the reach, I think that's the difference, and that's what actors like me, like I would want the entire country to watch my performance. I would want the entire world to watch my performance. That's what we strive for, and it is okay to have such goals and to be working in different industries. You learn so many things, you work with so many different people, you witness so many different working styles, and you can only learn through this. There is no nuksan doing all this. I don't think that your ethics, your mechanism changes according to the industry that you work in. You are what you are, and your style is going to be your style, and you approach in the same way, I think.
Exactly. People are also noticing the way you look, your frame, and you're doing certainly many things right when it comes to fitness.
Okay.
What is working in your favor?
I'm working a lot.
You're working out a lot.
No, I'm working a lot. I'm not even working out. I'm working a lot,
Okay.
and the hectic schedules are not allowing me to go to the gym. But I think exertion is helping me.
So is it exertion, not exercise?
No, it's exertion.
Oh.
That's not a healthy way to lose weight, but it's exertions, unfortunately, which will turn into exercise very soon, I'm hoping.
Which will turn into donning a bikini one more time perhaps?
I don't mind at all.
You have come a long way. I still remember when you donned that two-piece bikini. There was a critic, of course I do not want to mention name, but the lines went something like that. She does not, though she's striking on the big screen, there is a lack of attitude and there is a lack of figure. You have walked miles away from that zone now. So have you changed? Because you have changed in terms of physicality, does that support your mind functioning as well?
To be very honest, being fit is a very important part of our profession, and yes, one should be always ready for any opportunity, and that demands fitness, that demands being in good shape, and it's the requirement of our profession. And I think इसमें भी अगर आप if you're ready, ever ready, there is no loss. You are healthy, clothes are looking good on you, you're in a good shape, it's a win-win. So I don't think because of certain things have happened, I have adapted a lifestyle after a certain point, and I enjoy doing that, and that's why I do it.
And it is as much about the body and the projection of it as it is about the attitude, right?
I think it goes hand in hand. If you're happy from within, it reflects. If you're sadelu from inside, it reflects. If you're, if you're in a good shape, it reflects. It reflects on your mental health also. You are happy, you are cheerful, you are excited, you are looking forward, you're curious. So all these things are interrelated, I think.
For someone who leads from the front, when it comes to, especially comes to Marathi landscape, people always complain, and makers also complain that because Marathi audience understands Hindi so well, and they gravitate towards Hindi cinema as well, therefore, the Marathi content is not watched in theatres as much as it should have been watched. Do you see that complaint as a valid complaint, and in your mind, do you have a solution for it?
If I say it's a valid complaint, then it will be wrong, because we've just seen 2 films that have made a lot of money. That means people have gone to the theatres and they've watched it. So I don't have any complaints. I think when people want to go, they will go. And to be very honest, there's no formula as to when people will go. If they like it, they can like anything, anytime, and a movie can be a hit anytime. You can't predict anything. There's no formula, and it's crazy that we still don't have a formula, and it's exciting also at the same time that we still don't have a formula.
Can you decode with us how do you approach a scene?
A scene?
A scene. What preparation exactly goes into it?
To be very honest, I don't like over preparing. Like, I would just probably go through it once and that's it. And then I would be in the moment and let that moment define the entire scene.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, sometimes if it's heavy on character, like I played a Varadi Mulgi in Berozgar
Yes.
on YouTube. That needed preparation because I had a different accent, but that was only for my accent. For any scene, this is my standard procedure. If it starts bothering me too much, I just stop thinking about it. I just fold my script and I go on set and perform and let the moment take over. I think that works with me very well.
A quick look at your filmography clearly suggests that you gravitate naturally, organically towards content that is perhaps grey, daring, bold, or even risque.
Really? Okay.
Therefore, the choices reflect who you are as a person, or do they reflect the hunger of the performer?
I think both. I think both. Yes, I think equally both. Because I am somebody who wouldn't shy away from taking risks in life also. Like, I have taken some huge decisions of my life in a jiffy and it has worked for me.
So spontaneity has always worked for you?
It's a combination of me being me and me being an actor, both.
Wow, wow. And going forward, of course, again, you're going to give us more opportunities where I say every single time you're on a roll. So what is on the possibility map? What is on the possible horizon?
Oh, there are a lot of things that I've done and I'm waiting for them to come out and for people to watch it.
Yeah.
And of course, I want my performance to be seen globally. That's a dream. That's every actor's dream, and I'm no exception. And I hope that opportunity walks in very soon.
Allow me to frame this question in Marathi. असं कधी होतं की because you work in Hindi cinema a lot these days, Marathi audiences or your co-stars in Marathi say, तू तर आता हिंदीची झाली ग.
No, I think times have changed, you know, because a lot of people are working in multiple languages, industries. So those times have gone. की तेव्हा म्हणायचे आता तर काय तू हिंदीत गेली. That I think that time has changed now. The lines have really blurred and people have accepted that, you know, everybody is going to explore new things and it's nice because this is the time of great collaborations and amazing collaborations should always happen because that's the way forward. We need to be one and we need to take Indian cinema ahead. So ये बीच में कब तक लड़ाई झगड़े करते रहेंगे? We have to unite and there's a way forward.
To enhance your performance, perhaps to study the craft as well, do you watch a lot of content? If yes, what kind of content do you watch?
Oh, this is a very nice question because when I start watching, let's say if I decide कि आज मैं ये film देखूंगी और ये मैं पढ़ाई के लिए देखूंगी, the minute I switch it on, I become an audience and I can't help it. And I can't just be a student and, you know, I can't do this. I watch it like an audience. So my subconscious knows what it has picked up. It probably translates when I work. But ऐसा कुछ मुझे feel नहीं होता कि ये मैंने सीखा. But I'm sure with every film you capture different things, you remember or you store different things in your memory. But I love watching, like I'm a content monster. I consume a lot of content.
This happens with critics as well. They walked in, I mean, as I walk in the theater, first you have to be completely enamored by the story. You cannot just watch it as an analyzer and a student of cinema. And if it completely holds your mind, then it demands a rewatch. Does this happen to you as a performer?
Of course, it does. It does.
And when you come on board on a reality show, is that the true Sai Tamhankar we see, or do you get money only for the laughs?
No, I laugh when I really want to laugh,
Yeah.
and you know, we are very fortunate that there are no instructions to us as to what you have to and what you should and shouldn't say, or when you should and shouldn't laugh. You know, we are given a free hand, and we consider ourselves very lucky. Uh, but yeah, the people who perform in front of us are so damn nice that we are always laughing and laughing our guts out.
Absolutely. You have been delivering solid performances and striking ones at that, and intense one at that. Hope you continue to entertain us with a similar form in the days to come. Thank you so much for having this conversation.
Thank you.
with us.
Pleasure being here.
Thank you.